So the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct is set to air on April 2nd, and it's looking like it's going to be the biggest gaming event of 2025. Nintendo has kept a tight lid on details, but this presentation is going to finally give us a clear look at what's coming. From hardware upgrades to exciting new games, this Direct will set the stage for Nintendo's future. Today, I'll break down what you should expect from the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, including potential game announcements, hardware features, and other exciting surprises Nintendo might have in store. So before we begin, I'd really appreciate if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel. Every bit of support makes a huge difference, and by subscribing, you'll stay up to date on all the latest Nintendo news. Plus, you won't want to miss my follow-up coverage once the Direct airs. But enough talk, let's jump right in. So for this video, I'm going to follow the layout of the Nintendo Switch presentation from January 2017 for the Nintendo Switch 1, since Nintendo may stick to a similar format this time around. Before diving too deep into hardware and games, I'd expect Nintendo to open the Direct with pre-order details, with early reports suggesting an initial stock of 6 to 8 million units. Demand will likely be high, and you'll want to act fast if you're hoping to grab one at launch. Nintendo could also reveal some alternative models or exclusive accessories, which could be a great way to get even more fans excited for the release. Next up, I'd expect the Direct to dive into a full reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2 hardware. Back in 2017, Nintendo began by showcasing the Switch's hybrid design, and this time they'll likely emphasize the improvements made with the Switch 2. Reports suggest that the new console will feature a larger 8-inch LCD screen for improved visuals in handheld mode, along with enhanced performance to make the Switch 2 run much better than the current Switch. And just as a side note, I've heard rumors suggesting that the screen will likely be LCD, probably to keep the cost down. Sorry Switch OLED owners. Beyond just performance, I'd expect Nintendo to highlight some of the more important quality of life improvements. For instance, improved battery life could be a major selling point, allowing longer gaming sessions without needing to recharge. Additionally, the new top-mounted USB-C port may make charging easier while playing in tabletop mode. Enhanced cooling systems could also improve performance during demanding games, keeping the console from overheating or slowing down under pressure. Nintendo may also spend time showcasing the Joy-Cons. Improved durability is practically expected after years of Joy-Con drift issues, but we could also see better ergonomics, new color options, and possibly even redesigned triggers or buttons for improved gameplay comfort. I'd also expect Nintendo to explain if the Switch 2 will support original Switch Joy-Cons, giving the current Switch owners an easier upgrade path without having to repurchase all of their controllers. I'd also expect Nintendo to showcase some new user interface features for the Switch 2. The original Switch's interface was clean and simple, but with updated hardware, Nintendo may want to introduce customizable themes, improved social features, or even deeper integration with Nintendo Switch Online services. Expanded storage options are also rumored to be included, which could be a game changer for players who enjoy a large digital library. I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo added new or enhanced parental controls as well, giving parents better tools to manage screen time, spending limits, or online interactions, although the current Switch does do quite well with them. Next, I'd expect Nintendo to move on to game announcements. In the original Switch presentation, we saw major reveals like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey. This time, we know that Nintendo has another Mario Kart in development, since we saw a snippet of it in the Switch 2 reveal. We could also get a 3D Mario title revealed as well. Nintendo could also highlight updates to key franchises like Animal Crossing, Splatoon, or even a new Donkey Kong game. Additionally, ports or remasters of classic games could be a major part of the presentation, giving longtime Nintendo fans plenty to look forward to. In addition to first-party games, I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo highlights some major third-party support as well. The Switch 2's improved hardware could make it easier for developers to bring bigger titles to the console, meaning games like Call of Duty, or Resident Evil could finally see stronger ports on Nintendo hardware. It's also possible that we see a new wave of indie games showcased, since Nintendo has been a strong supporter of smaller developers in recent years. Another key detail to watch for is backwards compatibility. While we do know that the Switch 2 is going to be backwards compatible with Switch 1 games, Nintendo did also leave us with an asterisk to that. They left us with, quote, certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported on or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. Details will be shared on the Nintendo website at a later date, end of quote. So I might expect that we would get some info on what games won't be supported at the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Finally, let's talk pricing and release dates. Industry analysts predict that the Switch 2 will launch sometime in 2025, most likely in June. As for pricing, estimates suggest a starting price of around $399, but depending on features and storage options, it could go higher. Nintendo will likely provide clear details on this during the Direct. With all of these expected reveals, this presentation could be packed with information. I'd recommend setting your expectations for a lengthy Direct, possibly exceeding 40 minutes, given the number of rumored announcements. Nintendo could also seize the opportunity to tease additional future reveals, meaning that the Switch 2 Direct may set the stage for an even busier year ahead for Nintendo fans. So that's what to expect from the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. With hardware specs, game announcements, and more, it's shaping up to be a packed presentation. Mark your calendars for April 2nd at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and be sure to stay tuned for all the latest updates. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.